Hello everyone, welcome back, or welcome if you're new. The past 5 weeks of my life have been very chaotic, to say the least. So I just wanted to do a little life update. So the first update is that Henry, our three-legged dachshund, had an injury on August 19th. And he became paralyzed. So we've been dealing with that and, you know, working through our new life with him. He's very crazy still. Here is the little man. He's still our happy little boy. He just has only one functional leg right now, so it's a little bit hard to take care of a dog that only has one leg. So I'm gonna explain kind of what happened. Savannah, my wife, took him outside to go to the bathroom before bed, like she always does. And he was going down the ramp and I think he smelled or heard something, got really excited and tripped and fell going down the ramp, so he fell on his back. And I wasn't out there, but she said he was screaming, so she went and ran up to him and like grabbed him and held him down because he was freaking out. And then she called me and said that she needed help, that Henry wasn't okay. And I went out there and he couldn't move his legs, his tail stopped wagging, and he was shaking and in a lot of pain. So we immediately got in the car and drove to Veg because that is the emergency vet we've been to before. So we were like, let's just go there. So when we got to Veg, they gave him some pain meds and checked him for deep pain. He had no deep pain in both of his legs. Originally, the girl at Veg did say one of his legs maybe had deep pain, but she couldn't really tell. But he needed to see a neurologist as soon as possible, so we ended up going to closest neurology center that had availability. And when we got there, they basically did a similar exam, gave him more pain meds, and told us that they were gonna do an MRI in the morning, and if he needed surgery, that they were gonna put him in surgery. So we had to leave him overnight at the hospital. It was really sad, and we said goodbye to him and had the like worst 2 days at home without him, just waiting for, you know, the results and how the surgery went. They called us and told us that the surgery went well. They removed a lot of disc material. So he had herniated a disc that ruptured into his spinal cord. So they removed all of that, and they said his spine didn't look bruised. They kept him for like 24 hours at the hospital to monitor him after surgery, and then we got to take him home. He still didn't have any deep pain or feeling in his back legs, and he still doesn't today. So it's been 5 weeks since the surgery and he still doesn't have deep pain, but we are staying hopeful. We know there are stories where it can come back later, but it's been a big adjustment. When we brought him home, he really couldn't move at all. He tried to move, but I mean, he only has one working leg and he couldn't really even hold himself up. That was hard to see, and he was just very weak, and the stitches from his surgery were very intense. And we have to still release his bladder manually, and he doesn't have control over his bowel movements. That's been a big adjustment. He hates it. Ever since he was a baby, he hated pee. He's very crazy about being potty trained. He hasn't had an accident since he was 6 months old. So he hates being covered in pee. Thankfully, we've gotten used to it and figured out a good way to keep him clean and release his bladder without getting pee everywhere. The first couple weeks were terrible. I mean, there was pee everywhere. We had to use so many wipes. He had to have so many like dry shampoo baths because he couldn't get his stitches wet. That has been a lot. And 2 days after he got home, or actually maybe it was 1 day, I had a big family emergency that required me and my wife to be in the hospital from like 5:30 to past midnight. And so we had Henry at home. I wasn't expecting to be in the hospital that late, so then my wife had to come back, release his bladder on her own, which is kind of impossible for one person to do because he only has one leg to balance in the front. And so after that, we were, you know, in and out of the hospital all the time while also dealing with Henry and trying to adjust to his new life and make sure he's still happy and healthy. And yeah, that's been honestly the past 5 weeks has been, you know, in and out of hospital and stuff with my family and taking care of Henry and figuring out our new life. He is still a very happy boy though. He's his same silly self. He's still barking at everything. He still loves food. So very happy about that, and he can walk pretty well around the yard with the little sling we have for his back legs. And we got a wheelchair for him. We're gonna order a harness that will help him go in the wheelchair a little bit better. It's honestly just hard because he is a special case and he has only one working leg in the front, where a lot of those wheelchairs are made for the dog that has 2 working legs in the front. We're hopeful that we can make his life as normal as possible. It is really sad though, he can't like itch his ears and stuff like he normally used to. So we have to clean them a lot, and he definitely gets bothered by them. But he's a good boy. He doesn't really like the diapers. He is also very crazy. Every time the diaper's off, he's licking himself nonstop to try to clean himself. We have to carry him everywhere, and he doesn't really like being carried, and he's a very independent dog, and now he can't be independent, and I think that's probably the worst part. That's honestly all our life has been for the past 5 weeks. It's been very chaotic and a lot of adjustments, a lot mentally to deal with. Has not been fun. Savannah also got in a car accident the other day, so that was just like to top it all off. But we are traveling to Connecticut for a wedding, and we haven't left Henry alone yet since the surgery, so I'm a little nervous because he's a lot more work now and he's just fragile. Like he only has the one front leg, and you know, if he hurts it, he won't be able to move. Really nervous about that, but it'll be nice to get away for a little. We have shared his story on his TikTok and Instagram and have a lot of people supporting him and cheering him on, so that is nice. Some brands have sent us some stuff. We actually made a GoFundMe for his surgery and recovery because surgery was about $9,000. His therapies are like $300 a week, so we did get some money to help pay for the surgery and pay for his therapies. So that was really nice and generous of, you know, the whole community that's supporting him. Hopefully I can keep recording vlogs and posting them for you guys and kind of show Henry's journey, maybe like a day in the life of a disabled dog. Even though he was disabled before, he's just extra disabled now. But he's still a happy little boy. Okay, he's very squirmy. He's still happy. And he got a haircut yesterday, so now he's all fresh for fall. But yeah, let me know what videos you guys would want to see with Henry, or just me and our life. It's been kind of chaotic, but things are starting to slow down and get better. He looks so tiny, but he's really not. He weighs 11 pounds, but he's really long. Like, I've never met another dachshund that's as long as him. His back is just really, really long. I'm sorry if the beginning of the video was not good lighting, because now it feels like it's good lighting, but whatever. Kind of crazy how when we brought him to veg, when he had the accident, this is no hate to veg at all. I love veg. We brought him there before and, you know, they helped him. But, oh my God. But we brought him in and, you know, obviously they can't really help him because it's a neurological issue. But we didn't know that until they told us that. I think they literally just did like a physical exam technically to check his legs and gave him pain meds, and it was over $300 for that visit, and I think we were there for maybe 15 minutes. So that was just crazy. We technically didn't, that wasn't really necessary to go there. I wish, looking back, we would have just went straight to a neurologist emergency vet. So that's good to know in the future. If you have a dachshund and they have an accident like Henry's, definitely go to a ER that has a neurologist. What are you doing, honey? This is my little boy. to bark. I've been using this toothbrush to stimulate his little feet. And they like kick back when I do it. Whoa! Whoa! Just sometimes when they kick back like that, it like flings his whole body and it's kind of like crazy. Stinky little baby. That was my life update in Henry's IVDD stage 5 story. And we will continue to share how he's doing and how he's improving, but definitely follow his Instagram and TikTok for more real-time updates. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye! Say bye, honey! He said bye. Okay, we can lay back down. Okay, Jesus! Damn! Crazy. Why are you biting me? Are you okay?